Are you
You
still
ain't
free
never
to
seen no
chat?
black person snitch like
Maybe
this.
text. Long day.
Yeah, we put some
Okay.
chicken.
This may be the most important day of my life.
Or they wouldn't make it. They be
I
dead
still haven't
before they
fully
get
figured out how to navigate telling the truth about Biden, learning in parentheses, earning Fox's favor, and covering for the Biden in parentheses, earning the White Houses. The White House called me today to babysit me. I got the message. They said that I'm the biggest defender of the presidents. Yikes. What was the message? To hold the line, stay loyal. And in exchange, can I go down?
Wait, hold on.
I didn't even tell them, but Politico and Fox announced my appearance. Fox has been promoting it. They even cut an ad. I also have other issues.
Yeah, so do you understand what's going on here?
Tell us.
They called me the night before Fox News Sunday saying it was like a Tony Soprano move. Stay loyal.
Mm-hmm.
We know that you're the president's biggest supporter.
Mm-hmm.
It was the friendliest threat.
So what do you think they would have done? I mean,
well, they did
pretty
what they
vague.
would have done. I've been banned from every event.
Did you, I mean, so what I don't understand is, in essence, I think most Americans, country comes first, not party, correct? And so how many people inside the Democratic Party put the party over the country?
99.99%.
So pretty much all of them.
Everybody. I mean, they see I am the guinea pig.
Why? Why is the party more important than the country?
Because it's a religion for them. They don't have
What
a
I said
religion, so it's
earlier.
become
What
their
did I
religion.
say
Wow, that's the
earlier?
first time I think that's really it. It's their entire lives. Sean, I'm telling you, I lost all my friends. I have nobody left other than my, actual friends. They've all left me. I used to get texts from
Be
senators,
$5.
members of Congress on a daily basis. Or even, especially on holidays, I would get gifts in the mail. I got nothing this year. I got banned by the White House holiday party. I used to go to the VIP Naval Observatory party. I got banned by all of that. I got banned from calls. And what did I do? Like, I was treated worse than a low-life criminal. And I'm someone who's I don't even drink alcohol. Like, I've never done anything.
Pause
I live
that.
the most straight.
All right, let's get Charles introduced. Mr. Sir.
And then I'm gonna say something once he's introduced, and then I'm gonna hear whatever feedback you got to say about what I said.
Woo! Woo! Like wolves. So, go ahead.
I've seen parts of this before. It's funny how the whistleblowers, the pain of people, everything was speculated until a lot of people start coming out of the woodwork saying that this has been actual factual.
Yeah, and I mean, my thing is, at least in our space, you hear like how vehemently, and people have a right to have their opinion, obviously, and we can speculate and pontificate, but there are people that if you're to be taken seriously, there are certain things you just had to acknowledge. And a lot of problems is whether it's BGS, because honestly, I was saying some of this stuff on my own. Like, I don't have the information BGS has and stuff like that, but I was saying the Democratic Party needs to be burnt to the ground. Well, I was saying that way before Kamala, Biden, because my thing was the benign neglect. I mean, Art Stahl sent a video, like a 2-minute video. If you want, I'll play it, but I think you've seen it already. Of Ann Coulter in 2012, saying how they were going to the Hispanics and how they betrayed us when it comes to loyalty and stuff like that. They've been doing that. And it got to the point where they didn't, it's not even just about black people. They betrayed us. They betrayed even the working man. Like for a long time since United.
Yeah, it's much bigger than black people. That's what a lot of people don't
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So people always try to act like our feelings is in it. No, when you really look at it, once Citizens United happened, they basically went with the not the technocrats, but the tech corporations once they got really big. And that became just like oil money kind of goes both ways, but you get what I'm saying. They had their donors and the Republicans had theirs, so y'all became the same. They became the same way. And we got to this. So this is like this structural country stuff is beyond like black people. The stuff that like they have really gotten bad. And the thing about the Republicans, Republicans get on my nerves, but the Republicans allow their people to express themselves and they operate based on that within reason. Versus the Democrats, even with the super delegates, they are a lot more authoritarianly structured, and seeing them, push Bernie out, seeing them box other people out. And I'm not even the biggest fan of Bernie, but the capitalist reform stuff I did agree with because of, Glass-Steagall and all of that need to be corrected. It's like they lost their minds. They lost their minds. And so a lot of stuff she's saying, and here, I'm going to say this, don't want to make this long. The last thing I'm going to say is this. You play all of this stuff and all this stuff she's saying. Here's the funny thing. You got folks that will still tell us this ain't true. They'll try to find a reason to say, oh, it must be, even after all of this. You still got folks that will sit here and say this ain't really as true. It ain't as bad. It couldn't have been that bad. And that's the stuff that kind of makes me mad.
Well, she told you why that is in the video.
Yeah, and I'm not even talking. But see, she's saying it's a religion or a cult with people that are insiders in the cult. I'm talking about like BGS has.
You talk about the regular people, right?
Yeah, I'm talking about regular people, the people till this day. The people that always try to retweet every little thing till like Trump is bad, but could the Democratic Party to only get this bad because a lot of the constituents were just that passe. It's not just black people, white people, a lot of people. Yeah, that's the main thing.
Well, you got to look at it. They literally ran damn near 2 presidential campaigns over Trump is bad.
I mean, the vote blue no matter who.
3.
It's crazy.
3.
That was their only threat. So you're telling me right now, right? That's all you have. Trump is bad.
Pretty much.
You let the country get inflated. You put so much money into other countries, and you thought people were going to be patsies and vote you in because you had Obama speak down to black men. You had a DEI candidate that took the place of a bariatric dementia patient. This is serious, man.
Yep.
This is serious.
I mean, yeah, and even and what are these people doing? The same thing they did when Biden got elected the first time. A lot of them, they want to be quiet or they get on the internet. It's like I said, it's not just black people, white people. It's like this irrational behavior where the only thing you really know how to do is say Trump is bad, as if that's going to mean anything for the next 4 years, or talk about what he's going to do. And even this interview isn't blowing up like it really should be. I mean, this chick is basically telling everything, but people don't want to hear it because now they got to have accountability to them going. Even with certain people that would go up against like what either AB says, I say, BGS say, it's like you all were fighting for stuff that is so obviously wrong. And it's to the point now where somebody can literally give a confession, and because you're that invested, you're going to say, oh, that confession was coerced. They will look at what this chick is saying and will try to somehow rationalize and say this is coerced. They will look at that US8 hashtag and try to find like an Andrew Tate tweet and say, oh, well, Andrew Tate is playing. They didn't really lock him up. People are irrational at this point.
Yeah.
And it's beyond Trump. It's like, yo, for real. Anyway.
Let me tell you what it really is, right? This is how you know the Democratic Party was a joke, right? When they were going through the confirmation hearings of Pete Hegseth and RFK Jr.? Were there any important, pertinent questions really asked? No.
No, they basically wanted to show they behind and pretty much knowing these people are going to kind of get confirmed unless they like really tripped up. And they were saying, I'm just going to show my behind.
And think about it.
But the onesies.
It's fucking sad that also Brooke from my state, who shouldn't have got elected because of her background. What type of vaccine should I take? You may not need to take as strong as a vaccine. People don't understand basic science, basic biology. There's some things that Black people have a built-up immunity towards.
Oh, that reminds me. I'm sorry, I don't mean to cut you off, but that reminds me. I'm waiting for them to release the findings on the vaccines that Dr. Fauci was pushing on people.
Charles, don't get me started.
But go on.
Just like Asian people have a natural immunity towards sugar and starches, which Black people do not. That's why we have high numbers of diabetes.
Yeah, don't get me started, Charles. There are Black people online trying to call RFK Jr. racist for saying that Black people have a stronger immune system. I wish I was joking.
Yeah, because they associate the stronger immune system with the Black people don't feel pain because they don't understand context. They just hear stuff and start parroting stuff. And most of these, like, honestly, if I would have asked most of those people, do you know who his dad is? And don't look it up, they probably won't. They probably won't even know.
Let me answer this. See, Biden pardoned Fauci, but that means absolutely nothing. Because
that doesn't mean nothing for a media thing.
Right. You can go ahead and be pardoned all you want to, but if I, as the president, hold a press conference and release the findings of what your vaccines were doing to people, where are you going to live where you feel safe? Because do remember, Trump did pull his security detail.
Yep.
Fauci is out there. He's like, you pay for your own security detail. We're not doing it. And then you release the findings and you find out that all of these side effects and everything, I mean, the whole Damar Hamlin situation or whatnot, but that better not be because of the vaccine. You won't be able to go to the mailbox in your robe and slippers and feel safe.
I mean, you
might even have people who died who were Black because they had too strong of a goddamn vaccine. That's basically what the man was saying. You don't need this shit as strongly as for certain people. Why? Like, for example, there are certain drugs like crack that affected Black women differently than Black men. But you have so many people wrapped up in identity politics. They don't know the truth from their asshole. And in fundamental ways, you have to say, wait a minute. We don't have any type of political standing right now when it comes to defense of our country.
Yeah, they just, I mean, the stuff that, I mean, folks are just enacting like really high school stuff. It's crazy when you see stuff. And like I said, man, that's why even with like the FBA stuff, like I had to really be honest. I said, there's a class part. There's too much hood street stuff going on with that. And it's losing, I'm 10 tones down for the idea, but how it's being executed, because people, it's like just a new pro-Black. It's a new way to kind of not really deal with the problems and in a way to just like kind of pretend that the internal problems with FBA people are just not present. And you see that even in the liberal bread tube stuff. It's crazy, man. Because I've been watching like a lot of, some of these white content creators that they do documentaries on like big YouTube trends. So even these people usually got 1 million subs themselves, and they'll go into people like, Destiny or people that are in his orbit or different people, and he like conservative and liberal. And what the lack of seriousness with a lot of this stuff, it really is. Man, it's crazy. It really is when you really see it. Because usually I don't be paying attention to white people.
It's weird because I did my earlier show. I would have been up here earlier, but I had to take a strong nap because I was doing so much shit earlier today. That's why I didn't even start my.
Yeah, that was a great stream.
And think about it. It's about the keys to the kingdom. A lot of people failed to take the keys of the kingdom. Mm-hmm. And what happened is this is a lack of education. This is a lack of accountability. This is a lack of actually leadership.
That's what this woman was talking, Lindy Lee. That's what she was talking about in this interview. She was saying that Biden was not in charge. It was White House staffers and everything. It was young people. This is why you got all that trans stuff pushed in. It all makes sense now. That's why you got all this trans stuff.
Yeah, all that like acceleration, all of that crap. Yeah, it has been an uptick.
Right, all of this psychotic stuff that was going on, this cultish Democratic Party ideology. I mean, it really is a cult. Now we know why they were paying out all of this money to different celebrities and whatnot, as if that was going to capture the American people. I mean, Kamala Harris's campaign seemed to be that of somebody who was running for student president at a high school, not for presidency.
You know what's funny? I said that. I said that, and you know what? I agree that all this stuff obviously should be put out. Names should be put out. It does, because quite frankly, my thing, these people, a lot of these, especially the low level people, they're definitely going to get theirs. But my thing is the audience, the constituents. There's a lot of people that just haven't been paying attention, and I'm talking about like not even politicians necessarily. I'm talking about like people just assume it just never would be that bad. And these are people, again, and I'm not trying to bring up people specific, but I remember these arguments, and I remember what I said, and I remember folks said, and everybody, it can't. It's extreme. It can't. And truth be told, what she's saying is a lot worse than what we were saying.
Can I say something right quick?
The details.
Yeah, go ahead.
Anybody that's viewing on the respective channels, because it's simulcasting, can you please hit a like? We're not asking for donations. You have plenty of intelligent, gifted, talented people that's giving their opinion on this podcast. Can you please hit the respective channel that you're watching? Hit the like button. Thank you.
Hit the like button. If you do decide to get, that's cool. Here's the thing. A like, and if you feel like, and if you have the money to donate, the least you could do is a like. Those are actually free. But support your interests. And support your interests. Please like and give it a share to somebody who wants to hear the truth about American politics the last 4 years.
Yeah, we got 130. Well, it was 136 people in the room. But Bay Victus, welcome to the program. We watch our language here. Okay. We watch our language here. Andre, good to see you. Naima, welcome to the shop.
Hey, nice to meet y'all. Hey.
I'm trying my best to watch my language. I'm trying.
And it's one of those things where we're going to have to start explaining that more, because even with me, and I said something too, I said FUC, Charles, so this ain't at you myself, but because here's the thing, unfortunately, we don't get as many cuss words as other people get, because these white dudes be doing cuss words and they don't be getting limited like that. They don't do it like all the time, but they get a couple of S's and a couple of F's, because I be hearing it with even big documentary stuff that do thousands of views. So YouTube ain't like that, but usually YouTube, if you do it like once or twice, like more than once or twice, they'll sit there and limit your stuff. And what happens is, because we don't get a lot of views anyway, if they limit our stuff, so this is how YouTube does it. YouTube will say it's monetized if it's a live stream. It's monetized, then they'll limit it, then you request to take it off. Now, if they take it off, remember, they don't give you the time that they were reviewing it. Now you're still getting views. You're still people are, and not even views. Views is not what's important. It's the watch time, especially with the long streams we do, because that's what you get paid on. You don't get none of that. If they take it off, they say, okay, from now on, we'll give it to you, because they pause it when they put limited. So you was getting it until they pause it, and then when they unpause it, and see that's the game that they play. That allows them to take money off the top, and so they use that.
So I have no idea whose channel this is right now, but all I know is like when I'm on like the geek channels, I noticed that like they can say whatever they want to say, and they can swear as much as they want. They can say whatever they want, and typically
say
it's
the
like,
N-word and everything, right?
Yeah,
well,
they can say
it is what it is. I mean, I'm not saying that to say whether it's right or wrong. We already know it's messed up.
Yeah, like,
I'm saying I don't want to make this a big thing. This is not meant to be like a whole rabbit hole.
Hold on,
because we already know white people don't get the same thing.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on, Vay. Hold on. Listen, for me, this is my brand spanking new channel. They killed my original channel over some BS. Okay, I'm trying to get off on a good start, a fresh start, and grow.
I'll just drop because, like,
oh my God,
I'm gonna say something. I'm gonna say something.
Is this the Super Troll? Is this Super Troll?
What are you talking about?
What is he talking about?
In other words, here's the part. You should donate to whoever's channel you're watching. You should give a like to whoever's channel you're watching. It's, you got to just talk a little bit slower and conduct yourself in an adult manner. This is politics. Yes. It's a shame. It's a daggone shame that we have to do so much policing of ourselves when everybody else gets to act buck wild with their atrocious behavior. But it's one of the things we have to do to combat basically the unfairness of streaming. You literally have people who will stream about nonsensical BS. And there's many of times myself, AB, Bay, Lewis, Ed, BGS. I think Jesse's going to start streaming again. There's a lot of times we're on panels, each other's panels, supporting each other, and we're having some of the most introspective and deep conversations on the internet. Right now, if we were a part of the, how do you say it? The complexion for protection. Look how long it took me to get to 6,000 plus subscribers. That was from shorts.
So Ray said this. I'm not going to repeat what he said, but like Ray said this. But yes,
does it have to do with? I'm not going to be rude, but I'm going to say this. Does it have to do with the topic at hand?
Yes. It has to do with the topic at hand. Is that basically they're able to say stuff like this and like they still benefit. Meanwhile, like you say, like the slightest.
Well,
thing.
we're on a black channel, so it doesn't matter.
When have you stopped being black?
Yeah.
But
all right. I'll leave it at
plus
that.
you're talking about those people are branded. They have brand deals, and they're and all of that stuff. Like I said, they killed my original channel.
Yeah,
all right.
I
They took out my sub channels. If y'all are familiar with my Embrace Villainy or my Bitter Truth Show channels, they killed BTS, which killed all the other channels up under it. So I'm trying to help this new channel. As you can see, News Ticks. I'm trying to help it get some legs. Okay, can we move on from that? Can we move on?
Wait,
now?
hold on.
Yeah,
hold on.
I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say
Wait,
nothing.
Andre, hold up for 1 minute.
Y'all got it.
Bay, can you please put the link to your new channel in the chat? So everybody that is watching on the other respective channels, can you take a second and subscribe to the channel?
Yes, please do that. But please
I-
do that. Please, everybody.
So
On
I can copy
Yeah.
and put it, and everybody that's simulcasting, copy the link and put it in your comments, so everybody that's watching, they could subscribe to the channel.
Right.
Yep.
Yeah, because like
Continue to-
I actually like I was actually sub to your other
No.
channel as well. Like
Yeah.
I can't say the name or nothing like that, but like yeah, like I was yeah. I
You
was
guys
like,
spread that. I'm sorry. You guys spread that. Copy and spread that because it only goes out to for me.
Yeah.
It only goes out to Villainous News and This Is Common Sense.
yeah, like I was
I
actually
got
tight
you.
that they banned your other channel. Like I'm just like you weren't really saying anything over there.
It's
Like
it's
what?
the fact of the matter. I'm gonna tell you, right? One of the things I had to stop personally was playing music. Everybody else can play whatever music they want for how long they want, which is funny. If you go on YouTube, there's a lot of people who built their channels off of having music on their channels.
Wrong channel, AB. But I appreciate it.
So it's the fact that
That's not the channel you're going live on.
Well, okay, this is what we're doing with Villainous News. Lewis and I, we're gonna do. I'm sorry, Charles, I don't mean to cut you off, but Villainous News is exactly what you're getting right now. It's the Monday open panel discussion on the week that was. All right, and then of course, News Ticks, which is This Is Common Sense. That's the daily show. That's gonna be my daily show.
Okay, news.
All right, so go ahead. I'm sorry. What? Andre left? Okay. But I'm sorry. Go ahead, Charles. I'm sorry.
it's the fact of the matter that a lot of us need to really look at this and look at this interesting subject matter. And thank you for everybody who subbed to, Bay's new channel. You have to look at this issue with the Democratic Party with a fine-tooth comb and a magnifying glass. Because, one, like we said on my show and shows earlier, the Democratic Party is dead man walking.
Pretty much.
It's pretty much the Walking Dead. And it's because of not only their own doing, but you have the right person in charge uncovering a lot of the foolishness that's been going on. This DEI, the so-called diversity, equity, and inclusion, that's only been beneficial to white women and LGBT. And really, if you're black, you should be very insulted. These people didn't put you first.
Nope.
These people didn't put you first. You were literally
You're never put
humiliated. You were literally humiliated. And when we saw the campaigning for the DNC chairperson, how many of those people humiliated themselves with their racial epithets?
Negro spirituals.
Negro spirituals. And it's funny because I'm like, if you're a black man right now that's heterosexual and you're part of the DNC, for the last week with AB, Bay, Lewis, Ed, and myself personally put on their channels and showed you the ridiculousness of that political party, notice not one person, not one iota of a person represented you, black man.
Nope.
It was a bunch of overweight black and Hispanic women, LGBT, so-called non-binary black men.
Hold that for 2 seconds. Hold that for 2 seconds.
Hello, Democrats. Hey, I am speaking, and I would love your attention. There is a black woman at this podium, and I deserve your attention like the 11 people who went before me. Yes, I am speaking.
Keep in mind, nobody was talking, but go ahead, Charles.
He said, I deserve. He said, I deserve. Get the hell out of here.
And what's sick
I got
about
you beat, babe, but go ahead. Go ahead, Charles. I'm sorry.
and what's sick about that is for 4 years, and I'm talking directly to black men, for 4 years, you weren't even at the bottom rung. You were buried beneath the ground, and you still support this. And I mean, I'm going to say this to people who are Democratic in the space, who I got love for. And there's nothing wrong with having differences of ideological differences. But this is what I would say to a lot of people who are Democratic, and we're still cool, got nothing but love for. How do you support that? I'm not saying you have to go Republican. I'm not even saying you have to be a Trump fan. Nope. But how do you support the lunacy that is currently the Democratic Party? I'm gonna stop right there.
Can I say something right quick?
Go ahead.
Not for nothing. Look, these next 4 years, like I said it before, and I'm gonna say it again. It doesn't matter who's in office, but we're going to feel the pain as black people, regardless. And this economy is going to get a little worse before it gets better. People here have been putting content so you can help yourselves navigate in this environment. And I've been looking through a lot of people's channels. I always do. I always support the people I'm subscribed to. And a lot of times I take a look at the library. When it's BFF, black female effery, people get top-notch viewer ratings. But when it's information that can help you, you can't even get no viewers. And to the people, this is not, not trying to be hard on you. When you come in, even if you're in for 5 seconds, please just hit the like button, because it'll help with the algorithm and help the channels get more exposure.
Yes.
Lewis, and also to like the people here is I actually just seen something earlier. Like somebody posted like it was basically like the Proud Boys were up there like doing their whole like I hate niggas and all this kind of shit, and yeah, they
language.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Language,
yeah.
No cursing, please.
Yeah,
we just did a whole 10 minutes on that.
so sorry, but they got checked by black men, and yeah, they
posted that earlier.
Yeah,
they posted that earlier. We doing that?
Yeah, they destroyed them.
Yeah. Send you the video.
Yeah.
So that wasn't Proud Boys. This video here, that was some neo-Nazis out in Cincinnati, Ohio, that were protesting. And there's a good Twitter page. I Expose Racists, and they have like all the clips from that day.
And salute the Calvin.
I don't care if they were the pillow ticklers. This is 2025, not 1925. you can get your wig split running around, because that was in Columbus. What they did before, they look, you and I lived in Columbus. I moved out of there in 2019. You will get your wig split walking around with all of that racist stuff. They don't even accept racism in Congress and the Senate now. This is why people like Jasmine Crockett and them, they're about to get ran out. They already after the Muslim girl. They already after her simply based on her comments about Israel.
Hey, brother, let me ask you something. You're from Ohio. I got family from Ohio, right? Ohio, they got legal constitutional carry, right? Like Indiana and Atlanta and shit like that, right? And then they also got
watch your language.
I apologize.
Language-
I'm sorry.
language-
I apologize.
You know what? We're gonna put up Snowman's Cash App, and every time y'all cuss, y'all got to send him $1.
right. I gotta donate every time I get a tip jar.
Donate to the Cash App.
Yeah, my bad.
Go ahead, but go ahead.
Put it up right
Yeah,
now.
so Ohio has the guns and they have the weed, like legal.
Okay.
So it's like on both ends.
Okay.
That's a good state to be in. Constitutional
you know what?
carry
Well,
and recreational marijuana.
I'm down here in Atlanta. They have the same thing. They just approved bump stocks last year. Like I think about October. Yeah, they approved bump stocks. I went straight to the gun store. They didn't have them. I had to order mine off of Amazon. But we have smoke shops down here. But to answer this question, the super chat here, who was in control of the football nuclear codes? They just selected far left reps at that convention 2 weeks ago as their new leaders. Well, that was the thing. The staffers had control, but do understand you still have to. You can't just go pushing buttons, at 2:30 in the morning like you ordering a pizza. There are so many steps before you can even talk about nuclear codes.
There's so many. One, there's a military officer always with them at all times. There's always somebody who's going to have checks and balances at all times. See, what's happening? Shout out to Calvin Roger. Long time no see, brother. What's up, Sergeant Major? You gotta realize that. And I'm gonna get to this bump stop. There's checks and balances, meaning people think the military, we just go and follow orders. There are reasons why there's going to be a challenge, especially when something as dire as a nuclear strike taking place. There's going to be we're going to have confirmation by the president and his staff, especially his staff, because they're going to be like, hey, sir, do you really want to go by this? But like I've said for years, I think that black men should have firearms, should be trained in firearms. Hell, you should even get a bow and arrow if necessary.
Protect yourself by any means necessary.
I got one on the wall sitting up next to the AR.
Yeah, like the main reason why I brought that up, because it was
language, Andre.
Next time he curse, he guys donate $1.
I ain't gonna curse. I'm not gonna curse.
Me,
I can
Smalls,
talk
you're
without
killing me.
So,
all right, let's go.
All right, so because I was watching the video earlier, and I was happy as hell to see it, because it was like these dudes, they check these white nationalist dudes, and
yeah, we already been over. Okay,
we've been over.
Yeah.
It.
Well, just don't interrupt.
Okay.
Just
we
listen.
already been over that, Andre.
Let them get it out. Let them get it out. Come on.
Yeah, so they
And being late to a party on every freaking thing. Shit.
It's fine, but let them get it out.
AL.
Show the man some respect. Y'all want people to respect y'all. You gotta give it give it to get it. So go ahead, brother. Say what you got to say.
Yeah, all I was saying is like they, you know, like yeah, like they stopped them in their tracks basically, and they also burned their flag. So like I highly respect that, because especially like right now, because right now we're in Black History Month, so that's
not gonna fly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not only did he stop him in that track.
I could
One
definitely
second.
respect that.
1 second. PK, yo, they look. They've been playing footsies with this whole bump stock thing down here in Georgia. But I mean, it's great that now you can carry conceal without a license. But the bump stock things, it was off and on. And now that it's on, I got mine. So if they cut it off too late, I already got it. But go on.
They have a question.
Yeah, what I was gonna say was before you go to your question.
Right.
So the whole thing that y'all talking about in Lincoln Heights, Cincinnati, Ohio, not only did they stop them in their tracks, but they ran them people out of there. The police told them, y'all better get in y'all van and get the hell up out of here before we leave y'all to them. And you know, with that situation, they actually snuck into the neighborhood at nighttime and damaged some cars. And so the very next morning, now you have brothers that's doing armed patrols in the area now. So shout out to them.
So it's like I said about when people talk about defund the police. Okay, when stuff happens, you're going to form a police state anyway. It's natural. Oh boy, human beings, silly mortals.
So I want to capitalize off of something that Lewis was speaking on before we went somewhere else with it. And I've been saying this, it's going to get a lot worse before it gets better, right? Because you still have the whole tariff situation, but Trump is trying to put money back into Americans' pockets. Trust me, a lot of countries are going to cave on the tariff situation because we buy more of their goods than anybody else across the planet. So they will cave. And as Trump announced, I think it was either yesterday or today, where he said that they're trying to do away with the IRS and create the ERS, where we no longer have to pay federal income taxes. The tax dollars that we'll get to replace us will be external from other countries. This is why it was the big deal of concerning NAFTA. Like, hold on, wait a minute, what are you doing? You've got American companies moving overseas for cheaper labor, and you're not taxing them? Are you crazy? What is this? And then the tariffs, I don't know who came up with this whole situation with tariffs, but it's ridiculously unfair that you get to flood the market with your products, which especially at a cheaper rate, because you're not paying your fair share of taxes / tariffs, and you're putting businesses here in America out of work. That's the whole thing with the tire industry. They were flooding the market. I think it was Taiwan or something. They were flooding the market here in America with tires by sending in way too much, which of course destroyed other companies, other factories or whatnot, until they Trump hit them with the tariffs. Same thing with like Temu. Those of you, have you ever bought things from Temu?
No, never.
Yeah, well, they've got great prices. You might be lucky and get exactly what you paid for, but they're flooding the market. China is flooding the market with cheap products that kill places like Walmart and Target. All right, the dollar stores. It's not just crime that does it. It's not crime. It's also imports.
Excessive imports, you know, because because you got to understand the whole thing about supply and demand. Somebody needs to crack open a book on economics here, folks. Read Economics 101. The textbook stories are insightful.
You telling black people to read?
Am I wrong for that?
Yes.
All right, so we're here. All right, so we're here till 1 o'clock, 1 a.m. EST.
Yeah, yeah. I would love for you guys to like talk about the tariff stuff because you guys have seen now that like apparently Trump is like trying to put tariffs on steel as well. It's steel and something else, I believe.
Well, you got to realize steel from other places. It depends on the country because a lot of countries.
Canadian steel.
Well, here's the crazy part, right? A lot of these NATO countries have only paid 1 to 10% of what's owed, and the bulk for the longest time, America's paid the 90%.
Oh, now Jibba Jabba come in. Go get the bill.
Yeah, Charles. But by the way, Kevin O'Leary's been covering this stuff. Like I've been like following this stuff. Like,
hold on, let him spit it out. Let Charles spit it out. You know he takes those pregnant pauses.
I take them because, I take them because you know.
Don't do my bad, Charles, like that.
That's what a period actually supposed to do is pause. You know, everybody speaks in the run-on sentence format. But here's the craziness about it. Canada is going to have to do some certain things because there's a lot of issues that we got from Canada. Because
such as
one was fentanyl, but because a lot of fentanyl was coming from Canada too. They don't talk about it because you know everybody wants to put the focus on Medico, but there was a lot of fentanyl and a lot of things coming down from Canada. So, and if you have anything when it comes to the pharmaceutical company, because y'all do have a robust pharmaceutical companies, you know, you got to pay your fair share. And that's the whole thing about it. For the longest time, the American public has been overtaxed. And we've been supplying military training, military weaponry to all these countries for so many decades. And what did we get in return? Your behinds to kiss. And somebody comes out. That's why Trump's first term, you started seeing people paying more into NATO when he was going to threaten to disband it. And if you disband NATO, Europe is going to fight amongst itself like it always done beforehand. But go ahead.
That's fine. Oh, by the way, the Lindy Lee, the Sean Ryan show. We're gonna discuss that throughout the week on News Ticks.
Oh yeah, and by the way, when you put the video put the hashtag Sean Ryan show. He allows you to use this material. He just asks us just to hashtag him, which is a benefit.
Not a problem. Not a problem.
Which is a benefit because it's going to drive your viewership up.
Oh wait, hold on. We're getting off. Hold on, we're getting off topic. Getting back to what Lewis was talking about concerning the economics. Right now, you know, it's 2025. There is no excuse for you not to be able to make money through a gig economy, especially online. I have mentioned several times about how you can join Bitcoins. You can invest in Bitcoins. You can invest in stocks. I've done whole podcasts on it. Right now, you can invest in Bitcoin just on Cash App, although I wouldn't really mess with Cash App because they have a strange habit of closing your account when you have thousands of dollars in it. But I would more so go, you know, this is just for the casual person that doesn't know a thing about Bitcoin. All right. Go Venmo. Open your up a Venmo account. Use the 3 coins on Venmo. I'll say it again. I've said it 1,000 times. Matter of fact, as I pull it up, y'all see me on my phone. So I've got $50 on 3 coins, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Litecoin, and I'm sitting at $731, and it just jumped up to 73 cents. And the bulk of that came after Trump's presidency. All right. Trump is planning on dumping money into Bitcoin to help offset BRICS. I've said this, 50 times so far, Lewis?
Yep.
Right. Now is the time. $20 at the cheapest. $20 just on Bitcoin will eventually change your life. Right now, everything is like kind of on a slow little ride. But when he does that, you're pretty much getting in on the ground floor, not when it's growing. You get in on the ground floor, and when it happens, you say Venmo is not working overseas. Venmo is only domestic. Well, do what you got to do. You say you trade on Cash App, you'll be fine. Hey, look, my cousin is an accountant. All right, they killed her Cash App account. There are plenty of people who talk about Cash App killing their account. So if you want to roll the dice, roll the dice. I can only tell you what I know, anecdotal evidence. But do what you have to do, player. Don't go by me.
I don't even know whose stream this is. Like, I have no idea whose stream this is, but
it's multiple.
You see it right there you see the ticker on the bottom of the screen?
We're simulcasting one.
Yeah,
but
it doesn't even matter. Like, I'm sorry I said that.
You asked the question, but we're just gonna answer it real quick. The main is right there, which is Bay's channel, his new channel. And we're simulcasting. A lot of us, how many simulcast? I know Lewis is, I am, who else?
It's 5 streams up here.
Yep, 5 different streams.
2 of them are me though.
I know the other one is.
Good, bro. Like, cause like they did you dirty, bro. Cause I did see you post that. Like, I did see you post that on your other channel that they took your channel down. And yeah,
hey, let me tell y'all something. Hey, that Chicago, the red building in Chicago, my mom's assistant vice president of that. She's the actuary of that. That's what I'm telling you. I know math. I know all this shit.
You're good.
Language.
Yes, please. Thank you, Jesus.
You gotta put it
to
You know what? From now on, from now on, next week, next Monday, I'm going to put Snowman's Cash App up there, and you guys are going to donate $1 for language.
Pretty much.
That's going to be the rule. Either donate or get kicked. That's going to be the rule. That's going to be the rule. We're going to help the Snowman out, but that's going to be the rule.
Yeah, it's going to be sugar honey iced tea.
But at any rate, what I am going to do. Hold on.
Again.
No, you're fine. But listen, because we only got like 11 minutes left. So look, from now on, what I'm going to do with the News Ticks channel, I will do a brief money channel dealing with stocks. Now, I say right now, I'm not some stockbroker. I'm not sitting up here, with the visor on, the green see-through visor with the whole old-timey things. I am not a money guy, but I'm telling you, I'm just going to tell y'all what works for me and what I'm investing in that is turning me a profit. That's all I'm doing.
Okay.
I am not selling a product. I'm not promoting anything. I'm just telling y'all what's working for me and the things that I see that might be popping.
If y'all are like willing to like answer the question, it's just
sure.
It's like these new tariffs, like these steel tariffs that they're putting on Canada, like they already have tariffs already, right? Like you guys should know, like the tariffs already, like steel. Well, sorry, it was oil, well, crude oil, wood, and now it's steel, and it was something else. It's just
toilet paper.
So
The things that Canada.
Look, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because, like America,
yeah,
the United States of America has more
Yeah,
oil and more gold and more everything than anything Canada or anything else could try to bring to us, to try to tempt us with. We already have it.
Right.
North America,
Understand.
the United States of America already has anything
I
that anybody
think
could tempt us
you
with.
really need to look into that stuff.
No. Here's the thing. Here's the thing when it comes to the tariffs. I'll say it again. More goods and services are bought here in the United States than the world over.
Mm-hmm.
All right. We are a consumer nation. Do you understand?
Yeah.
One of the main reasons I'm not even up on a lot of this stuff like I usually am is because, like I said, I'm doing early spring cleaning, which means I've got packages coming every other day. So I'm busy putting together stuff. So I'm not being astute because, yeah, I'm a consumer. I'm a capitalist.
So you just said that America is a consumer nation. So
right.
So why put on tariffs if you're a consumer nation?
In other words,
because you need to buy from us. Because you need to buy from us. Because if you don't buy from us, you're out of business.
Saying the opposite of what a
You need us. This is what he's saying. You need us to buy from you, so that way you can be rich. Ain't nobody in Kazakhstan buying no damn Rolls Royces and BMWs and whatnot. Ain't nobody from Kazakhstan buying items made from China.
No Kazakhstan sandals.
So
right, exactly. People are not buying your products at the rate, especially on the return on investment. That
I'll say it like
doing
this. I live in the south suburbs.
Hello.
And
I'm
everybody
the host.
doing off of
Please
Michael Jackson.
Shout out to BGS that just pulled up.
Let the host speak, man.
BGS has already been here and left. Him and Ed were here. They left. And I appreciate you guys for coming out, by the way. So at any rate, we are the ones, again, I'll say it again. We are a consumer nation. Okay? We're like selling your products to the United States is like dumping a fat kid in a cake shop.
Ooh.
And if you're not being taxed on your goods and services, then you're pretty much having almost pure profit. So when you hit a country with tariffs, you're cutting into their profits. When you cut into a country's profits, especially like manufacturing plants and everything, the same thing that happens over here happens over there. I can't afford you as a worker. We got to shut down. We got to lay people off, etc., etc., etc.
You can't sell on this block.
Right. So therefore, if you call yourself not wanting to play ball with Trump, aka the president of the free world, United States, the free market world,
number 47,
then you are lawnmower grass.
I mean, Trump is
formulate your question in a better statement, man. Because
America is definitely going to take over Greenland. Greenland doesn't stand a chance. But I highly doubt they're going to be able to do that to Canada. I highly doubt.
Here's the part about Canada, right? What's Canada's biggest export?
I believe natural gas.
Our biggest export is oil.
So,
I believe it's oil. I believe it's oil.
The U.S. has the most oil on the planet.
So here's the crazy part.
We don't have. have the
let Charles answer the question. Y'all know he do the
part, right. If you can't sell your oils, and what's your second biggest export?
I believe natural gas, Chuck. I mean, Charles.
Yeah, like yes,
natural gas.
Natural gas.
If you can't sell to us, number one, if we wanted to play hardball, we're your closest consumer. It is cheaper to sell to us because you don't have to pick up a lot of the logistics costs.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
One train right over the border, right?
Not even a train.
Trucks.
You, of course, it's a train.
Volkswagen.
You could just boom right there. So, if your closest consumer, one of your the largest consumer, stops buying from you, and you have to sell to somebody else
at a lower market, lower rate.
No. That's not actually true because like other countries been trying to buy resources from Canada.
How is
for
that
a while.
not true? Once again, what's the closest which country is closest to you?
That would be the U.S. because
So
we are neighbors.
What does logistics mean?
What does logistics mean?
Yes.
The actual definition, I can't say this off the top.
Hey, Charles, I used to work at the railroad. It's moving things around. You got to move things around, right?
Give me your moving, your transportation, and your supplies. What happens if you're trying to sell oil or gas to, let's say, China?
Man, I'm going to bed. Have a good one.
All right.
Now, what happens if you try to sell to China? Would that
How
be
do you get it there?
Well, if Canada tried to sell oil to China or any other resource, America would probably start doing some peacekeeping work in Canada.
Well, like they need some freedom.
Some freedom fighting or peacekeeping work.
But here's the biggest problem. Even before that, is it going to be a much bigger logistical issue? So it's going to take more money for you to transport. More ships. In America, you don't need a ship, do you? In North America, right?
Well, for the longest time,
no. The answer, just say no. Just say no.
If Canada is selling to
America, hey, we're getting short on time. We're getting short. You got 2 minutes.
All right, just I've been talking about like the Keystone Pipeline. I've been saying this for a while now. I would love for this to get activated. That's all I'm saying. It's like it's already partially created. Just finish it off. All I'm saying.
That's American indigenous land.
Well, we could bypass them. Like, yeah. Don't worry about those people.
But go ahead, Bay. You got the floor.
You're talking to those people.
All right. So
right now.
All right, y'all. Yeah, let's wind it down. We've been here in next 30 seconds. It'll be 4 hours, and that is the mark in which I've set.
Hey, Bay, real quick, and I'm gonna just say this 10 seconds. You were talking about crypto. I would heavily suggest that you look at XRP, and then as far as stocks, look at Palantir, ticker symbol PLTR, and Nebulous, ticker symbol MBIS, if I'm not mistaken.
Do you have my email? Do you need my? I'm gonna drop you my email.
Okay, yeah.
So you can send this to me because, like I said, I'm busy. It's bittertruthshow@gmail.com.
Bitter Truth Show, one word at gmail.com.
Yes, all one word.
Okay.
Spell it.
All right.
Spell it.
Was it BITTERTR? You said Bitter Truth Show, right?
Mm-hmm.
BITTERSHOWTRUTH at G.
Forgot
Okay.
the truth.
Yeah, I was just spelling out the truth. That's why I was just
Bitter
spelling out the
Truth
truth.
Show.
Yeah. I only hit the link. I don't know whose channel this is. Bitter Truth. If this is your channel, I am so sorry they took your channel down, man. Like I'm mad about it, bro.
It's fine. I mean, I lost some good content that I had on Embrace Villainy, but it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, I like
look
that
at
piece
it
you
as
did
a
with
blessing,
Ilion.
guys. So okay, so closing thoughts. We'll start with Lewis.
I'll go first. Thank you,
Lewis. Your name's not Lewis. Okay, Lewis, go ahead.
Be good to others, but first and foremost, be good to yourself.
Right. Who's next in line? Charles.
Woo! Always a pleasure. Much success to the new channel. Remember, black men, be the hero of your own narrative and hold your own testicular fortitude because you're gonna need it.
Woo! All right, Naima.
First and foremost, do not ever refer to me as a DEI inclusion to this. Secondly, like to second what Charles said, protect your necks and your rear ends because things are about to get a whole lot worse before they get better. So do not get caught with your pants down unless you're a Scotsman with a kilt. And with that, happy birthday, Kareen. Y'all have a blessed evening.
All right. They Victus.
Hey, Bitter Truth. Hey, thanks for having me up here. I came from Charles. Charles, me and him got the same birthday, same month or whatever. But anyway, good to see you again. And hope to see you again.
All right. And Electrician 480, even though you were regulated to the back.
It's all good. It's all good. Hey, just appreciate y'all for the couple of seconds. Just remember the XRP. It's all about investing. And make sure we invest right. And it's gonna be some hard shit going on. Oh, my bad. It's gonna be some hard stuff going on. But I believe in investing right. I think we're gonna be all right. Peace.
All right. And my closing thought is, look, ego will get you killed. Ego will get you killed. Pride will get you hurt. Your job is to de-escalate situations. De-escalate. 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 When you walk out the door, your mission is to make it home and put that head on the pillow. Right? All right. So, all right. I will catch y'all later. Y'all be safe. Be good to others. Peace.
He must have given up, thrown in the towel, abandoned his sad little masquerade. I finally got to him. The power of the press triumphs.